right, sorry about that. So this is the last part here. If we look at our y values, we have three of them. We have -4, -2, and 0. Numerically, which one falls in the middle? Is 0 in the middle of -4 and -2? Is -2 in the middle, or is -4 in the middle? In our case, -2 is the middle value. That is that midline section we have for our graph down here. And I'm just finishing out my period so you guys can see. Okay. -2 is that midline value, so that's -2. The x coordinates that I use for my vertical asymptotes are the x coordinates that gave me those -2's. In our case, -π/4 and +π/4. So at π/4 and -π/4, I'm going to have vertical asymptotes. Okay, I put it here and here because see how that's at -2 as well? That means that x spot gets a vertical asymptote. This one was at -2, so that's a vertical asymptote as well. Then to graph my cosecant curve, sorry, I wasn't sure which one we were doing. I'm going to just see how this is a parabola that was opening down, or a U that opens down with the max at 0. That's going to be opening up. The width of your parabolas, how wide do I make these things? Well, it's dependent on your vertical asymptotes. If they're really close, your parabola is going to be really narrow. If they're really far apart, those parabolas are going to be really wide. So your width of your parabolas are dependent on that value. So we go here and here. I could do half, and I could do half because I only have half of it. And then we just come in and we take away that red curve. And there's your graph. So then finishing up top here, the amplitude or your vertical phase shift is still down 2. These two are the same again. Your horizontal phase shift is still left π/2. Those are the same. Your period is found the exact same way, 2π/b, 2π/2, pi. The only thing that is not the same is your amplitude, because you can't take half of the distance between the max and the min, of where a max and a min does not exist because of those arrows. Your graph should never ever cross your vertical asymptote. Your graph should never touch your vertical asymptote. It just rides against it. Your vertical asymptote just repels your graph the whole time, and it lets it get really, really close to it, but it never, ever, ever touches it.